Okay, here's the view like from my little parking area, but I don't have a car, so I just have like a long driveway to a tent. But I've got 2 bear boxes, which is pretty awesome. So I've got like toiletries and stuff in one, and then my actual food things in another. I use this nice tree as a drying rack. A pile of firewood. Somebody left these 2 stump chair things, which was pretty awesome. Fire ring, picnic table. Here's a box of firewood that I just keep covered with a tarp when it rains. We don't get a ton of rain and it's so dry. My firewood dries out pretty quick. There's like 0 humidity here, but just in case, it's nice to have something dry. And here is the tent. I kind of set it up like perpendicular to the road, parallel, the door's parallel to the road. Anyway, I tried to set it up so I had some privacy. And here we go. I've got the, whatever you call it, the windows open because it's like 100 degrees today, and my fan on, which I don't run too much, but it makes a big difference. So let's step inside. Zip back up so there aren't any bugs. Alright, so door we just came in. Here we have just a nice little like cheapy dish chair, I think they're called. And sometimes I'll hang out here and read. Most of the time it's where my backpack lives. And got some coats on the back. I have a raincoat and then like a really heavy like winter coat that's part of my uniform. And then down here I just keep a pair of slippers and the boots I wear the most. I have a little broom brush thing so I can clean up. I kind of need to sweep up, but I can keep this relatively clean. And over here I just have a bag for trash and then like solar things that I need to charge. I just throw in that corner and then set them out every once in a while. Over here in this corner I've got kind of like bags that I use to get all my stuff here that I'm not using, or the big one that's full on the bottom is all like winter coats and snow pants and like really cold weather stuff. I've got a bag for laundry and a bag that I keep all of my like socks and underwear and like little things that don't stay put well on shelves. Here I've got more solar stuff that's charged that I can just grab. Hiking poles, boots and shoes. And then I've got, well, I'll show you the whole thing. This contraption that's really supposed to be like a kitchen piece, a camp kitchen, but I'm using it as like storage and workspace. So on this shelf I've got some of my colder weather like sweatshirts, sweatpants, and like relaxy clothes and a hat and just some stuff. And then on this shelf, this is all more like work clothes, uniforms, more like put together stuff. And then I keep a sweatshirt and a pair of sweatpants on my chair, just like if it's the middle of the night and I need to go to the bathroom and throw something on, or it's just comfy stuff that I'm wearing pretty much every day. So that stays out on the chair. And then my desktop, right now I have a whole bunch of stuff that is just like kind of out of the way on the desk because I'm not using it right now. But this is like books and notebooks and a Nintendo and my fan and always a bottle of water because it's super duper hot. And then this stuff I can easily just set to the side if I want to use the desk for something. And then back here I keep, use it, this is a bag of like art stuff and just if I've got some downtime, I don't know, my activity bag, I guess. And then finally, well, maybe not finally, in this corner anyway, I've got the cot, which is super duper comfy, and I've just got some sheets and a blanket on it for right now. And then when it gets colder, I've got a sleeping bag or 2 and the blanket to use. On the floor, because I didn't just want to be walking around on like a nasty tent floor the whole fall. I got this, it's like a wall covering, but it's working pretty well. It's just, you know, it's super thin and there's no like padding or anything, but at least my floor looks kind of interesting. And then a couple other things. So, ooh, my fan fell over. You can't really see this during the day, but I've got some like lights rigged up with clothespins, which again at night you can't really see the clothespins. I just have some cool like twinkle lights. And then up here, this is gonna be extreme close up. This is a great solar light, which I actually need to put out. It's got panels on the top and it's just like an overhead light and really lights up the tent. So I have, you know, like I can read and do stuff with the light on. It's great. And then a little card from Eric that hangs up there. And I think that's about it. So, hope this gives you a better idea of how this works out. It's definitely comfy for one person. Winter might get a little tricky because it's going to get super duper cold, especially using like a kind of outdoor public bathroom and public shower. I hear my shower is like a mile away, so I hear that can get pretty dicey in the winter with like cold hair and riding a bike home and stuff, but we'll just play it by ear and see what happens. I guess if you have any questions about tent life, let me know. Oh, I forgot to introduce you to my roommates. I have like a colony of frogs that lives on the outside of my tent. I never really know who's gonna be here and who isn't. Yesterday I had 5, that was the most I've had here. Today we're down to 4 again, but they kind of come and go and just hang out right there on the edge. This is like mesh that goes all the way through. What you see on the other side is really my rain fly. They never really go on the mesh, they just hang out right on that line. We can't really figure out why they like my tent so much, but they're here. They're not bothering anything yet, so they can stay.